Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. As soon as I sat here and was ready to start, the sun came out, and I'm still not sure if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Well, we'll try. We will try. It's definitely not comfortable for me. I think the picture is also not very good, but what are you gonna do? I wanted to make another pumpkin like those over my head. I already have enough, to be honest, but you know what? You know which one I don't have? The one that has cables on each section. So I wanted to make that. Okay, I'm gonna do the simplest cable. It's 4 stitches, plus I'm gonna do 2 or 3 between the cables. 2 or 3, maybe 2. Let's try 2 stitches between them, and that will be our pattern repeat. And I usually do, my favorite amount is 6 of these sections. So 6 by 6 is 36 stitches. I'm gonna need 36 stitches, and that's what I'm gonna do. This is the yarn I had. I found I wasn't looking for too long, and I wasn't looking too hard, but I guess this is kind of perfect. It's very pumpkin-y, very autumnal. Amazing. This is the yarn I used to make the J letter on my Weasley jumper. Nice memories, nice associations, so that's also a plus. So how many did I say? 36. I usually use 3 needles instead of 4. Excuse me, because I kind of don't see why you can do it on 3. So I'm gonna leave an end to together the end of the beginning of the pumpkin, and 36 divided by 3 is 12. Kind of perfect. The even number, the same number on each needle. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I'm using the needles I have. I cannot remember which number it is. I think it's something about 4, maybe 425 millimeter. I'm not sure. And they're cubical, and I don't have a cubical measurer, so I still don't know, can't remember what number they are. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And the last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Welcome, welcome. I'm sorry for the sun. I'm mostly sorry for me, because it's I hate when the sun is shining right into your eye. Hate it. I'm not a big fan of the sun in general, to be honest. The heat, the summer, not my thing. But that's okay. Okay, I have 36 stitches. I'm making a pumpkin. 36 stitches. 6 stitches for every section. So I'm gonna make, I'm talking to myself right now. I'm gonna knit one. No, I'm gonna purl one, because the stitches between the cables are gonna be pearls. I'm gonna purl one, I'm gonna knit 1, 2, 3, 4, that's a cable. I'm gonna purl one, that's one section, and again purl one, 1, 2, 3, 4, knit 4, purl one, and this way I'm gonna have 2 sections on each needle. Every time I post a pumpkin, like in my head, everyone already has one, everyone already has too many, probably. But every time I post my pumpkins, someone asks me, whoa, they're so cute, how do you do them? And they are, oh, thank God, the cloud has come to rescue. And they are the easiest thing. It's just a cylinder, the same way you would make a beanie, you say, but without the crown. You just make the tube, and then you gather the end and the beginning and the end, and that's it. That's your pumpkin. And if you can count a little bit, you can make this fancy one I'm making right now. I had one, but I gave it to my friend as a present. She saw it and she loved it, and I was like, okay, take it. Like she liked all of them, but I gave her the prettiest one. So I thought I wanted another one of those. I have knitted pumpkins, I have crocheted pumpkins, and before I started this live, I was looking at them, I was arranging them so that you can see them, and thought that at least the way I made them, I like the knitted ones better. There is also an option to knit it the other way around. So you knit the rectangle, and then you use it, you make a tube out of it, but it's like this. And if you make it with a garter stitch, you have those lines, you know, on a pumpkin, and that looks amazing, very pumpkin-y, very, very nice. And all the other ways also, but my favorite ones are garter stitch pumpkins, when garter stitch goes vertically, and pumpkins with cables. And this is what we're gonna do, cable pumpkins, a cable pumpkin. I'm hoping I can finish it today, but we'll see. I don't think I'm gonna be distracted a lot. Usually when I'm with you, I am like focused, and if I'm knitting a pumpkin, I'm knitting a pumpkin. If I were alone, it would be, you know, oh, I'm hungry, I want some tea, I need to go and do that thing, and so on. I always get distracted. While I'm thinking, while I'm like counting my stitches, tell me what you're making. Are you making anything for Halloween this year? anything autumnal, because I am, you know, I see a lot of makeup artists here, a lot of costumes for Halloween, sorry, but I don't see a lot of you know, patterns, knitting, crochet, and so on. I haven't seen any new patterns, and I even don't see a lot of old patterns. Oh no, wait, I'm seeing all the time. One of my favorite crafters is Jago Crochet. I'm hoping I pronounce it correctly. Jago, Jeggo Crochet. And she has a tutorial that I always plan to follow and always forget. And I forgot again this autumn. She has this Halloween sweater and it looks very, you know, quite fancy, but not difficult to make. It's black and there is an orange face, jack-o'-lantern's face. And of course you can make it orange and black face, and actually, you know, you can use any colors you want. I would make a black one for me, and I would use something like this, or if it's orange, you know, a muted orange, because I hate bright colors on myself. So I would vary them somehow, but I hope I'm gonna make it this year. You know, I'm thinking I'm gonna finish all the things I have for now, and then I'm gonna make it, you know, in November. I'm gonna start in November, or I mean, it doesn't matter. I want to start it at some point, and then I'm gonna have it, and next Halloween I'm just gonna take it from the closet and wear it. So I will not have to like make it and finish it by Halloween. Okay. Another thing I have to think about is how many rows to make before I, you know, switch the cables. I think I'm gonna do like many rows, like 10 or 15 in the beginning, because this part will be gathered in the crown of the pumpkin. And then I'm gonna, probably 6 rows is okay, right? I'm gonna switch every 6 rows. It should work. You see, when the yarn is quite bulky, it's not very bulky, but it's, what is it? 100 grams, 120 meters. So it's, what do you call it? It's quite thick. It goes very fast, and when you're focused, not as I usually knit, like I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to go there, and so on. But when I'm focused, I can do that in like one sitting. Just focus and knit. And I always find myself very focused when I am live, because, you know, because I have responsibilities. You come here and you watch me knit and not get distracted every 5 minutes. Oh, So I always knit using 3 needles, not 4, because 3 is less than 4 and I see no point in using 4 needles. It's slower. You have to change them like more often. It slows you down, but 3, for me, 3 needles work as well as 4 needles. And because I'm lazy, I thought of that actually when I was a child, maybe a teenager, maybe, I don't know, maybe I was about 10 years old when I tried it for the first time, knitting in a round. And I honestly didn't understand why, why do they say that you need 4 needles when you can make it less, like the minimum would be 3 needles. And since that time I've been using 3 needles instead of 4. And I imagine you might have some issues with it. I don't know, maybe. And then of course use 4, but otherwise I totally recommend, well, at least trying using 3 needles instead of 4, because it's faster, easier. Okay, I think I was wrong when I said about 10 or 15 rows. I think I'm gonna make, okay, how many do I have now? Just a second, I'll count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do 7. 2 more. 2 more, and then I'll start crossing the cables. 12 stitches on every needle. And of course I want to remind you that you can, if you are like, if you don't understand it or you don't want to count all those stitches, you can just make, you can knit stockinette stitch. You can then face it the wrong side, by the way. It looks very cute. You are just making a tube. Also, guys, you can make not a tube, but a rectangle. And then you will have a seam, and that's okay. You will have a pumpkin with a seam. You will use this seam as one of the sections, like one of the parts that go inside of the pumpkin. And it will look very nice. Like, no one will know. How would they know? And also, again, let me show you. Where is it? Here it is. This is a pumpkin that is made, you see, I was knitting it like this. And I made a rectangle, it's garter stitch. And this is why it has those, what do you call them, ribs. And they look very nice. If you like what it looks like, this yellow one is also like that. If you like what it looks like, you can make it like that. And if you don't enjoy knitting in the round, you can make a rectangle and then seam this rectangle into a tube. And you will have a pumpkin for yourself. Okay, the last row before I cross the stitches for the thank you, before I cross my cables. I have so many pumpkins that I was sure like it's enough, like enough pumpkins for the rest of my life. But then I always, you know, someone comes over and I give a pumpkin to them. Then my husband asked me to make a pumpkin with a reversed star, like when you summon the demon. And this is the one. I haven't made the star yet. I just finished the pumpkin yesterday. And you know, all the time I keep getting new pumpkins, making new pumpkins. And that's, well, that's okay. They look very nice when they are in a group. You know, have you seen How I Met Your Mother? There is a cheerleading effect, or cheerleaders effect. So I think pumpkins have cheerleaders effect. They look better when they are in a group than when they are alone. So this is what we're getting. You see, it's just a 4x2 rib, two pearls, oh my god, 2 pearls, 4 knits, knit 4, purl 2, knit 4, purl 2, and so on. And those will be cables, and those will be pumpkins sections. What do you call this? These? They will be, you know, when you make this kind of a pumpkin, you, even if you don't tie it with a thread afterwards, it looks like it's a pumpkin, you know. Okay, now I'm gonna do the same, except when I purl 1, this is the 8th row, but of course you can make them shorter, longer, and so on. I purl 1, and now I, what do you call it? I take 2 stitches, I skip 2 stitches. I take the second 2 stitches and I place the first 2 stitches on the left needle. I'm a right-handed knitter. And then I place the first stitches back. So the usual cable, you make the usual cable. If you can make it, you understood what I meant. If you can't make it, find here on YouTube 2x2 cable probably, or just cable. It doesn't matter how many stitches you need. They are the same. You just, you know, you switch 2 stitches or 3 stitches or 4 stitches, the same amount. Welcome, welcome. No, I don't sell them online. Try Etsy. Try Etsy if you want to buy the pumpkins that are already made. Try Etsy. Okay, the next one. Oops. No, that's okay. I thought I crossed the stitch. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I saw a lady online who made a jumper, a sweater. She finished it, or she almost finished it, And then and she was happy about it. And then someone, she published it on the internet, like she posted it. And someone said, hey, your stitches are crossed. And I don't know if, should they have said that? I think so, because it's good to know, right? But after she saw it, she couldn't unsee it, and she was so unhappy. She went online all the time and asked for advice and so on. And that's interesting, because she was very happy. She didn't notice it. She was okay with that before someone had told her. And that's funny how we all behave. For me personally, I would love to know, but that doesn't mean that I would remake it, not necessarily. Sometimes I notice some mistakes myself when I'm making something and I don't have enough stitches or too much stitches, you know, I start counting, recounting, and sometimes I make a decision, you know, that's okay. I'm gonna leave this mistake here. I'm gonna know it's there. Usually no one else would probably notice, at least if you didn't point it out. So about that cross-stitched sweater, I absolutely don't mind. I wouldn't judge if I saw a knitter in such a sweater. I would think they had their reasons. Either they didn't know about that, or they decided not to remake it, and both are okay. I personally I like learning, preferably with no mistakes, but we usually make mistakes, so I like learning on my own mistakes too. Moikka! Tervetuloa! Yeah, by the way, I speak 3 languages. This is the first time I'm saying that proudly, because I usually don't count Finnish, and I usually say, oh, en puhu suomea hyvin vielä. I can't speak Finnish very good yet. I speak a little bit of Finnish. I'm just starting. But you know what? It's time to own it, you know? I speak a little bit. Sometimes I understand, like recently I was in a shop and people were passing by. That was my dream, I remember, to be able to understand people who are just passing by. And I understood, like, not the word, not some words, not some phrases, but the whole conversation. It was amazing. It was a simple conversation, but still, it was amazing. So I'm gonna, fake it till you make it. So I'm gonna fake it till I make it. I crossed all my cables, and now I'm gonna knit. I'm gonna make, how many rows am I gonna make? 4 probably. I think I'm gonna make 4. 4 rows. This is the first one. 1. If you want to find, if you don't craft, if you don't knit, no, first of all, if you don't knit, try looking for crocheted pumpkins. There are loads. By the way, one of them is here and one of them is here. That's they are pumpkins made but with granny squares, and that's crochet. That's also crochet, just a rib a crocheted rib. If you don't knit and don't crochet, you can make them out of fabric. And if you don't knit or crochet or sew and you don't want to, make the pumpkins, try Etsy. You probably can find knitted, crocheted and sewn pumpkins there. There are also, I think they used to be patterns. I know I saw a couple of patterns, like written PDFs of pumpkins. It was a long time ago, like 10 years ago. I don't know what's the situation now, but anyway, try. And you know what? They are so simple that you would probably not need a pattern if you see the, just some kind of a scheme or something. Or if you just follow this easy tutorial. I'll remind you that I cast on 36 stitches. I have 6 sections in my pumpkin, and I'm making this one with cables. So that means I purl 2, knit 4, purl 2, knit 4, and so on. Then I cross these 4 over, 2 and 2. And so my pumpkin sections are cables, and that makes the pumpkin very fancy. Welcome, tervetuloa. I'm very glad to see you all here. I want to say, I'm not going to say it, that's okay. I wanted to say something stupid, and then I decided not to. Okay, if you're here, please tell us what you're making right now, if you're making something. And the important question is, are you making something for Halloween? I haven't seen much, many patterns, much of a crafting going on for Halloween. I feel like, I don't know, like there is less stuff than last year's. What do you think, and what are you making? I made a very small blanket this year for Halloween using hobby yarn. I think there is an episode somewhere here on my channel where I talk about it. A blanket, a scarf. It's not Halloween scarf, it's more of a autumn scarf. And I have some, this pumpkin, and I have some yarn left from this scarf, quite a lot of yarn. And I want to make, I am already making another blanket. It's a star blanket. I'm going to use all the yarn I have, and then I'm going to see if it's too small. I think it's going to be small, but if it's really, really small, I'm going to order another ball of yarn. The problem is they are all different colors, but probably I'm going to order another one of the colors I already have, probably, or maybe black, to bring them all together. because they are kind of autumn Halloween colors. Also, sorry, someone came and scared me. I live on the first floor, and in Finland not all the houses, but many houses are built like on the same level with ground level. So you don't have this several steps and then there is the ground floor. No, you are right on the same level with the ground. And that means that when someone is walking past my window, they are just like, it's like if they were walking like we were passing each other by in the street, And sometimes it's a little bit scary because you are at home, you are in your cozy state, and there is a strange man, for example, doing something, minding his own business. That's like, oh, who are you? Why are you here? Okay, I think this yarn is acrylic. It's polyester. Polyester. And that's kind of okay for the pumpkin. Even perfect, I would say, because it looks like wool, so it makes it cozy and, very homey. But at the same time, you can wash it, it won't shrink. And if you stain it, the stains will come off. So a very nice material. I would recommend making pumpkins out of the synthetic materials. You know what else I don't understand? Like, I'm sitting here, I'm talking to you guys. Obviously, I'm at home. And those people came in a big car, in a big truck, and they're like looking at me. They did something. They probably visited my neighbors or someone else. And both ways, like when they were going there and when they were coming back, they just like, what's going on there? I don't know. I personally like look a little bit away, or at least don't turn my head when I'm passing the first floors. Okay, this is the first crossing of my cable. It's done, and several more rows are done. I think there are 4. Let me check. I wanted to make 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe even 5. I'm not sure. Okay, I never know how to count these things. Okay, here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Well, that just means I'm gonna do 5 every time I cross my cables. I don't like this song. Okay, crossing the cables again. I'm gonna focus so that I don't miss any sections. Okay, 1. No, I did it wrong. I crossed it. You see, first time I did left over right, and now I did right over left. And that's okay, you can do that. You can like do, that means like cable means that it always goes like this. But you can do something, one will be like the background and another will be in the front, in front all the time. But I don't like it. I like the one that is you know, that is crossing all the time. So I'm gonna do it again. Okay, do you know how I noticed it? I realized I moved like my fingers differently last time I made it. And I looked at it to check, and that was the truth. I made it differently. Okay, that's right. 1, 2, it's going really fast with you, and moi taas, tervetuloa. With you and with focusing, you know, it's going quite fast. And with this thick yarn, it's okay. Tervetuloa, mitä kuuluu? Tell me what you're making, please. Tell me how you are. Tell me what's the weather like where you live. It's always fun. Like, I live in Finland, and it's always, I consider Halloween an autumn and a kind of a cold holiday. It's cold. It's always cold on Halloween, but it's actually not, right? In different parts of the world. For example, I saw a video, a family there was preparing for Halloween, decorating their yard, their home, and they were wearing tank tops, shorts, flip-flops and things like that, and they were outside, and it was you know, and they were like, oh, it's so hot, I'm so tired, we need so much to do. That's fun. We already, like, we're wearing coats here, children are wearing beanies. When I'm on my bicycle, I wear gloves because the wind is very unpleasant on my hands. And someone is still wearing t-shirts and shorts. That's fun to imagine. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Tervetuloa. I'm very glad when you write something. It's very nice to see that I'm not alone. Thank you very much. Thank you for texting me and for saying what you're making. Tell me please, what are you making? I need, you know, my favorite patterns are, I won't remember the name of the designer now, but you know those sweaters that are like this round yoke sweaters, but the yoke is, it's ferile, but the pattern is not like something classy, but classical, but skulls, ravens, ghosts, something like that, pumpkins. I love them, but I hate doing ferile, and I hate color work, and I hate when I have a lot of, like, more than one strain of yarn. Hate it. And that's why I never make color work. I never do color work. Okay, I crossed all my cables. Now I am making the next 5 rows, just knitting the knits and purling the pearls. I always make 6 sections in my, not always, like I tried a lot of things, but now I like 6 sections in my pumpkins because it's an even number, so I can make them like in twos, in pairs. But when you divide it by 2, it's uneven number, so you have 3 and 3, and that looks nice. And it's just not too many and not too few. Just the right amount for me is 6 sections for a pumpkin. Okay, I will try to count the rows this time, because last time I didn't, and I'm still not sure if I counted them correctly, so I need to pay attention and compare. One row is done. I need 4 more rows. I just purl the pearls and knit the knits. This is where we're at. And I'll remind you that each cable is a section of a pumpkin. I also, by the way, have coasters here, pumpkin coasters. They are nice. Also very fast to make. You can make them, like, sit and make at least 3, I would say. You can make, actually I have 6, and you can make all 6 in just one sitting, I would say. But you know, you can make, every day you can make 1, and it will be very easy, very fast, and not, you know, overwhelming. You can make them like when your child is asleep. You can make 1. Have some time for yourself. I cannot imagine how parents have time to knit, because I have no kids and I sometimes have no time to knit. Parents who knit and craft know that you are my personal heroes. A lady asked me yesterday, I posted a video, I finished a t-shirt. I cross-stitched a pattern, Vampire Bat, I think it's called, by Mama Witch Cross Stitch. It's on Etsy, and it's adorable. That's the second t-shirt I've made for my husband, and I made the second row too. And this lady saw this video and was so inspired, asked me how I made that, and she said that she wanted to make one, something like that, for her son, because she usually adds something to wear to every present she makes for him. So she said that this could be something to wear part of the present next. I think she's thinking about Christmas, if I'm not mistaken. It was so nice. We talked about it. I told her how I did it. She said, "Why have I never thought of cross-stitching on a t-shirt?" That's, by the way, the most posted comment. Why didn't I ever think about it? And I'll tell you that I have kind of always, I think, I can't remember the time when I didn't know that you couldn't cross-stitch on clothes. But it took me so long to actually do that. That's, I don't know, years, tens of years, a couple of tens of years. But now I have made 4 t-shirts. One for me, 2 for my husband, 1 for my brother. Oh, another one for my friend a long time ago. That was my first time, first experience, and that was not very good. I should make another one probably to apologize to her. 3. Now it's the 4th row. The thing that I would recommend if you cross-stitch on a t-shirt is buying a very high quality t-shirt, because if you buy something for, $5, that we sometimes do, and that's okay, but a cross-stitch is something that you put a lot of energy into, and you don't want to a cross-stitch be still very nice and a t-shirt already washed out. So it should be a high quality t-shirt. Okay. Another question is how many repeats do I need? I should see how it looks after I finish this row. Four. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what? I think I made 4 rows then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because, yeah, I think so. This is what we're at. And you can actually kind of see how it's going by, gathering. You can actually gather the beginning. And you can, by the way, fill it as you go and see how tall or how short you want your pumpkin. And remember that pumpkins are very different. They can be very taller than they are wide, or wider than they are tall. So that's for you to decide. So I'm gonna just go into every second loop because I don't want to go into each loop because it would be too bulky together then. Together. Together. One, 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 one. En ole suomalainen. Olen venäläinen. Tervetuloa, mutta opiskelen suomea ja asun Suomessa nyt. Tervetuloa. One, 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 one. Asun Lahdessa. Missä asut? What, is that all? No, it's not. One, one, one. Okay, that's it. That's it. You see, when I make this and meet, I can see like what it's going to look like when I finish it. Like, here, do I want it longer? Do I want it bigger? It looks like I can already finish. That's fun. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, let's try that. Let's try making a small pumpkin. Then I'm gonna do 3 more rows. 3 more rows. And then we're gonna fill it with some filling, and then we're gonna finish. Do I have filling though? I'm not sure. I'm using small needles for this yarn. What do they recommend? They recommend 5.5 needles. I probably have 4-ish millimeter needles. And I'm doing that because I want it to be, you know, dense, so that the filling doesn't come out of the pumpkin. And also because I only have this these needles. All the others double pointed needles are even smaller. So, but that's okay. That is something you should consider, making a pumpkin very dense, very, you know, there shouldn't be holes in it. Because when you fill it with something, it will stretch and it can show something from the inside. If that's scraps, they can come out. That would be not pretty. That's okay, but you know, if you want to do it perfectly, then you should just remember that. But also you can make some kind of lining out of moikka, tervetuloa, out of fabric, because I made, for example, this one. See this orange coming out, it's fabric, because you can't crochet a granny square with no holes, right? And so so there is fabric there, and that looks amazing. Kuinka paljon suomalaisia on täällä? Tervetuloa, kiva kun tulit. On hyvä, että tulit. Mä harjoittelen suomea todella harvoin, valitettavasti. So. Ja ihanaa, kun voin harjoitella sinun kanssa. Ei. Voisitko puhua suomea? Haluan harjoitella. Olisi kivaa, kiitos. Onko minulla paljon virheitä, kun puhun suomea? Kiitos, kiitos. Tervetuloa. Welcome, welcome. Welcome. Tell us what you're making. Mikä on, mä tuun kohta suon ensin. Mikä on suon? At first I came, I don't get it, I'm sorry. So nice to see people from Finland here. I'm gonna eat and come back. I thought it was syödä. Why did I doubt myself in that? Okay, go eat, and I'm gonna I'm gonna think about the grammar you used. Okay, I'll be back. I'll be right back. I'll just eat first. Okay, I got it. Thank you. That's a Finnish lesson, unplanned here. That's so nice. Okay, got it. Welcome, welcome, tervetuloa. A special welcome if you're from Finland, because I am in Finland right now. Okay, let me count. You see what's going on? It turns out I needed just 2 crossings in my cable. Let me count the stitches, the rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more, because the first one was, well, I need one more, and then it's gonna be right. And then I'm gonna, I will need to think about the filling. I'm not sure if I have some polyester left or some kind of something that I might use. But I have some scraps. Oh, I have some scraps. Maybe I should just use them up. Oh, that's good. That's good, that's good. But maybe there's not enough. Maybe there is. We'll see. We'll think of something. This orange pumpkin had, like, I had some yarn left, and I just put it into the pumpkin because it's very, you know, velvety, and I didn't know what I'm gonna do with so little yarn left. So I used I used it as a filling. Okay, done. And I think I'm gonna just go through all these stitches. I'm not gonna bind off. I'm gonna just go through the stitches, and and this will be the other end. Okay, let me show you. This is the tube I made. You see, if it were wider, I would make more repeats, but here I'm thinking that's enough. So I'm gonna finish. Again, it's purl 2, knit 4, and you cross these cables once in a while. Okay. Now I'm just going to go through all the stitches. Can you see? No, you can't. I'm blocking it. Okay, here. That's it. You could bind off and then do it. I'm just, lazy. I'm not so lazy when I make something important, but this is, I know I don't need like perfect pumpkin, because no one will look at it very closely. And even when they do, sometimes people, especially non-crafters, when I show them the mistake I made, like, look, there is a mistake, and this is not a this is a real mistake, like something that I made wrong. Even they usually say something like, where? They actually don't see it. So when I am making something important, when I'm making a present to someone, I would do it properly. But something like that, I feel like there is no improper way to do it. Okay, now you see what I meant when I said that it wouldn't close right, like properly, and that's why I'm gonna go through the stitches again, but I'm gonna go through every second stitch, like this one, this one, this one, and this one, and this one. I skip one, I go through the next one. You can skip two sometimes not skip any, doesn't matter. It's not very important. It does matter, but it's not very important. Okay. Okay, and this way we are kind of closing it better, closer together. You see? No, we're not. Maybe we'll need to do it again. Okay, let's do it again. Why not? This time I'm gonna just pick up like several of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6, because we have 6 petals. Okay, that worked. See, now it's closed. And I'm going inside the pumpkin with my needle. And I fix it there somehow. I'll just make a knot. And then I'm gonna leave this thread like this, because it's going to be my filling. It's going to join the other threads I will use as a filling. Okay. Just the other day I was organizing my yarn, my boxes, and this is the bag of scraps. I usually I used to collect them in, put them into the jars, and they looked like, you know, jars. There are jars of pickles, for example, and there are jars of this. It looks nice, but I needed the jars, so I took them away. So I'm just filling the pumpkin with the scraps. Oh, I have more than enough. And there are, you know, things like that. For example, there was a flower. Where is it? Or a bow? No, it's a flower. You see, that's okay. You can unravel it if you have time and, you know, desire. Or you can leave them just like that. Okay, let's see. Is this enough? I think so. Cute, right? Okay, let's close another one. I think I'm gonna do the same thing to close it completely. I'm gonna go through just maybe 6 stitches so that they cover the whole 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, worked again. And now I'm gonna go through this center, and I'm gonna go out of this center, on the other side. You know what? I think I'm gonna need some light. Okay. So again, I'm gonna go through the pumpkin like this. Here is my needle, and excuse me, I recently had a terrible cough, and I think I have a thread in my throat. And here you see when it's relaxed, it's like an orange, but when you pull this thread, you can make a pumpkin out of it. And you can go as strong as you want. So probably something like this. And now you need to fix it. Just, you know, a knot will do. Just don't fix it before you let it go, because you need this tension before you let it go. Okay, did it work? I think it did. Okay, all done. And now you can also add like these things, or you can not do that and leave it like this. I don't know what I want to do. Do I want these? I don't know. How did I do it before? Did I make these things before? What do you think? Just leave it like that, or add those separating things? Let's try and add some. Okay, one. I do it symmetrically, like one, and then I'll do the one on the opposite side. I think it's easier like that to make it even. Ooh. Okay. Okay, and you see, I like the fact that you can do as much or as little as you want. Like, if you are already tired by now, you can stop and not make these things. You cannot. You can leave the pumpkin like that. If you feel like it, you can continue and divide those petals. I still don't know what they are called, if they are called something. Okay, let's leave it like that and take another thread. Hey guys, thank you for being with me. I would get distracted like 1,000 times without you. And here I am finishing the project and teaching you how to make it at the same time. What could be better? Okay, how do I do this? Okay. Yeah. I felt it quite well. It's quite hard to, get through the filling. I don't think it's a good or a bad thing. It's just a thing. But I'm saying that so that you realize that you can do it differently. You can make a fluffy, like a weak, tender pumpkin, or a strong superhero one, or one of each. I think I have different ones. This is fluffy and this is muscly. Okay, I think I like this one better. I like the decision I made about dividing those petals. I like what it looks like better. You know what? I like what it looks like even better. It looked amazing before, and now it looks awesome. So it's a win-win. Okay, all done? I think so. Well, again, fix it somehow. I don't know how. I honestly don't know how. I always do it like so that you can't see it and so that it doesn't unravel. Those are two goals that you need. That's it. Okay, now you can actually use those those hey, tervetuloa taas. Now you can make a bow, for example. Let me show you. Oh, okay, let me fix this end real quick. I actually like this detail, this bow on the pumpkins. Okay. You see, you make a knot somewhere in the middle. Thank you very much. It's almost finished. I'll show you in a second. And then you just pull this end somewhere here on the side and you cut it from the side, and so that it's hidden inside of the pumpkin. Okay. And now when I have two, no, not yet. When I have two ends, I will make a pretty bow. Just give me 1 minute, okay? Yeah. I did something wrong before. Yeah. Okay, making a bow. Or you can take a beautiful ribbon and make a different color bow. Or you can take just a twig from the street and make it, just put it in there. You know what? I think I have a black, narrow black ribbon that I can use. And of course it's in this crochet bag. Eyes for the pumpkin, that's a nice idea. Let me think about that. Okay, you see, a black ribbon. Do I have a lighter? I do, here it is. So I'm thinking maybe this is enough. You see, black ribbon. Oh, how does it work? Oh, Jesus. Just to make it, you know, more secure. And now I can just, you know what, I'll make it on the other side. I'll leave this bow here and I'll make another bow on the other side. Or I can just get it through with the needle, using the needle. And fix it somewhere. Excuse me. Somewhere here, somewhere on top. Voila. And make a bow. Oh, I love it. You know, when I was a child, I read or heard somewhere that people who love the combination of yellow and black are crazy. And I love yellow and black. I have never heard this thing since that time. And I don't know if it can be true. You see? How cute is that? It's so cute. I should take a picture. Oh, it's so nice. You know what? I kind of don't want to make eyes for this one, but let's make eyes, well, probably this one. See? It's so yellow. Let me find some black yarn, right? Here it is. Let's make French knots, probably. Nice idea. Thank you for being here with those nice ideas. Okay, where is the face? Where is your face? Show us your face. Here, I think. Okay, let's try. If it's ugly, that's not my fault. That's no one's fault. Well, thankfully we can unravel it if it's ugly, right? Okay, let's do 1, 2, 3 yarn overs. Okay. I think I'm gonna make them a little bit bigger. They're a little bit too small. So 2 more yarn overs for the eyes. Let's hope for the pretty, yes. Oh, let's hope. No, it's okay. At least it's not ugly. Maybe it's not very pretty, but it's not ugly. Okay. Okay, I lost the second eye. Jesus, where is it? Help! I need somebody. Okay, I'm gonna make a new eye. I lost it. Okay, I'm gonna do it like this so that I don't lose it again. Did it work? It did. Okay, but it needs a smile too. Now it has eyes. And it's kind of not enough. Okay. Just a second. I can't show you the ugly pumpkin, right? I need to make it pretty a little bit. Just a second. Let's make a smile. Or at least some kind of a mouth, you know? Okay, that's cute. Are you ready? Hello. That was a nice idea. It could be prettier, you know, when you have time, when you have, you know, instruments, you will make it prettier than I did right now, but that's okay. In a couple of minutes we made a face for our pumpkin. Okay, that's it, you guys. You see, I always surprise myself how easy it is to make one happier, you know? Just make something for yourself and here you are, a little bit happier. I like to talk to you too. Thank you very much for being here. Come again. I will try to make it more often. I was ill, then I traveled, like I had no energy to go live. But I will try to make it more often. So come over, and please tell us what you're making. Tell us what you're making. Thank you guys for being with me. Bye bye.